Good afternoon students and welcome to today's session about the data mining, in which we will see about the topic that is data mining process. So let me start with data mining process. What is data mining process? Data mining is known as knowledge discovery in database, that is also known as KDD process. So there are many steps in KDD process. First step as shown in the figure, where database, different types of database, multiple data sources are collected, data sources from websites, different other repositories, our data is collected. After that first step is data cleaning. In data cleaning we will remove the noise and outlier and missing values from the data. After data cleaning we will do the data integration. So after data cleaning we will integrate the data, multiple data sources, and after integration it will go to data selection. So data selected, we will select the different types of features from the data. After that different data mining techniques can be applied, like association rule mining, classification, clustering, prediction, etc. So these are the different types of techniques which can be applied on the data. After that pattern evolution. So in pattern evolution means we will evaluate the patterns, we will describe the result from that mining analysis, data will be analyzed, and after that knowledge will be discovered. So this is the whole diagram for the data mining process, that is known as KDD process, knowledge discovery in database. So we will see now steps in detail. So steps of knowledge discovery in database. First step is data cleaning. In this step noise and inconsistent data will be removed, that is also known as data pre-processing step. So in data pre-processing, data cleaning is the most important step, where noise and inconsistent data will be removed. Also missing numbers and outliers will be removed from the data. Example, parsing the data. So we will do the parsing of each data. Cleaning is performed for detection of syntax errors. So there are different types of errors in the data, and and cleaning will be performed for detection of syntax error. Parser decides the given string of data is acceptable. So parser will take the given string of data and within the data specification work. Next step is data integration. So in data integration we will integrate different types of data in one single data cube. So data integration is another step after data cleaning, where multiple data sources are combined. Multiple data sources like from website, e-commerce, other data repositories are combined into a single data source, that is called data integration. Example, retail loan application. So in retail companies, retail industries, for loan applications we will combine the different types of multiple data into a single source. Commercial loan applications, so we can apply data integration work in commercial loan applications. Demand deposit applications, so demand deposit applications are combined in the bank data warehouse. So these are the applications which can be combined in bank data warehouse. Data warehouse is a collection of multiple data sources in the huge amount of data, that is called data warehouse. So now we will see in figure, where that is the data integration, where data sources are there, where wrapping will be done. After that data sources wrapping will different A, B and C. These are the three different data sets, database, and it has collected and done the filtering work. After filtering it is combined into a single multiple data source, that is called data integration. Next step is after that data selection. In data selection, in this step data relevant to the analysis task are retrieved from the database. So once we can done the integration, we will select the different types of features, or relevant analysis will be done for the task in the data from the different databases. So we will perform different types of query languages for the data selection process. As shown in the figure, we are combining the different data selection can be done. Now after data selection, data transformation will be done. So means data will be transformed from one form to another form. In data transformation, in this step, data is transformed. So we will transform the data or consolidate data into the forms. We will create different types of forms, means we will combine, we will transform data one form to another form appropriate for mining, which can be used in mining by performing summarization or aggregation operations. So we will perform different types of operations in the database for transforming the data. Like we will perform the SQL, that is structure query language, ETL. These are the techniques which can be applied in the data transformations. After this data transformation, next step is data mining. So in this step we will apply different types of data mining techniques like association rule mining, classification, prediction, regression analysis, outlier analysis, etc. So in this step, intelligent methods are applied in order to extract data patterns. So we will extract the data, different types of data patterns, and intelligent methods are applied in the data mining technique. Intelligent methods like association rule mining. In association rule mining, we will find the frequent pattern mining. So we will apply different types of algorithm like a priori algorithm and FP growth algorithm, which we will study in later chapters. Classification means it is one type of supervised learning where we will apply different types of class label. There are different types of class label for that classification. Example we can take like we will classify animals, different types of animal in that is the classification. Clustering is it is an unsupervised learning where grouping of data is done into the cluster, same group in one cluster and different group in another cluster, that is called clustering. Next is regression. Regression is a simple equation line y is equal to ax plus b. So these are called regression analysis, which can be done in the data mining technique. So after applying data mining technique, pattern is evaluated in the figure, which can be shown in the figure. After pattern evolution will be done. Pattern evolution is done to identify the truly interesting patterns representing knowledge based on interestingness measures. So we will create the different types of evolution. We will create the different types of graphs like histogram, line graph, bar chart, pie chart. Different types of graph will be, pattern will be evaluated from the data mining techniques to represent the knowledge based on the interesting measures. After pattern evolution, knowledge will be discovered or knowledge will be presented. This is the last step of data mining process, that is knowledge representation by various visual tools. So there are different types of tools which are available for knowledge representation like Weka tool, R tool. So these are the tools which can be applied for knowledge representation, table, chart and different types of graphs like pie graph, bar graph, line chart, histogram, etc. So we can represent the data in that form. So these are the various steps for the data mining process, which is the important question which can be asked in exam. So this is the figure of knowledge. We are starting with data mining functionalities. So in this topic we will see different types of data mining functionalities like association rule mining, classification, clustering, prediction, outlier analysis, evolution analysis. So these are the techniques which can be used in data mining. So outline of today's lecture, that is data mining functionalities. So in that data mining functionality, first is descriptive data mining tasks. Data mining tasks are of two types, descriptive and prescriptive. Descriptive data mining tasks describe general properties of existing data. So we have the existing data and it is describing the general property, that is known as descriptive data mining task. Predictive data mining tasks are the task where we will predict the data, that is called predictive data mining task. Attempt to do predictions. So we will do different types of prediction for that data based on the interference on the available data. So data mining functionalities are divided into two types, predictive and descriptive, that is shown in the figure, where predictive is divided into three types: classification, regression, time series analysis and prediction. In descriptive, clustering, summarization, association rule mining and sequence discovery. So classification is a supervised learning technique. Regression is also one type of classification technique. Time series data analysis, where analysis will be done for the time, and prediction, where we have to predict the unknown number. In clustering will be done, that is the unsupervised learning, where grouping of data will be done. After that, summarization. In summarization, data will be summarized into one category, and after that, association rule mining, where association rules will be created. So first is classification. In classification is a process of predicting the class, where we will predict the different types of class label for the unseen the new data. Means we will unseen the data based on the data tuples with unknown class label. So that is the process known as classification. Example is animal is divided into two types, vertebrates and invertebrates. Example, predict whether a new customer will buy a computer in the store. So when new customer comes into the market, then he can predict that he can purchase computer or not. That is classify. In that under, predict the loan application status as sale or risky. So we will predict the loan application, it is risky or sale. So these are the applications of classification. Now there are two steps of classification process. First step is construction or training a model. So in first step we will construct the model, or we will train the model, or we can apply different types of classifiers like KNN algorithm, K nearest neighbor, naive Bayes. So these are the different types of classifiers which can be applied in the classification technique. So we will first train the data tuples with known class labels. So we have to give the class label for that data. In next step is about the testing the accuracy of classifier. So after constructing the model, we have to test the accuracy. What is the accuracy of the classifier? We have to check that model using the testing data. So we will test that data tuples for which class label is already known. So we have the class label, and we will check the accuracy of that classifier. Now there are different types of classification algorithms. So decision tree induction. In decision tree, there is a tree for the decision whether we have to take yes or no. That is called decision tree classification. That is one type of classification algorithm. A priori algorithm, FP growth algorithm. So these are the classification algorithm. K nearest neighbor, naive Bayes algorithms. So these are the classification techniques. Next is back propagation, which is also known as neural network. In neural network there are three layers: input layer, hidden layer and output layer. Bayesian classification. So Bayesian classification is most important method in the algorithm, that is also known as naive Bayes algorithm, which is based on the Bayesian theorem. Rule based classification. So in rule based classification we have to make the different types of rule for the classification of data. Classification is also known as supervised learning. So now we can see in the diagram. So that is classified of animals. Animals is classified into two types: vertebrates and invertebrates. Next data mining technique or functionality is characterization. In characterization, summarization of general features. So it will summarize the general features of the object. We will summarize the different features of the object in the target class. So there is a target class and products what is called characterization rule. That is the characteristic rule. We will summarize that data into a one class, that is called characterization. So in characterization, first is concept or class description, that is characterization or discrimination. Discrimination can be derived via data characterization, summarizing the general characteristics of target class. Example, summarizing the characteristics of customer. We will summarize what are the characteristics of customers who can spend more than 1 lakh rupees in an year. We will summarizing that data from the different types of companies. That is called characterization. At all electronics, results can general profile of the customers such as 40 to 50 years old people who can employ our excellent credit card ratings. Mining frequent patterns, association rule and correlation. In mining frequent, we will find the different types of frequent patterns for that data, and association rule mining is most important technique or methodology used in data mining. So data discrimination. In data discrimination, comparing the target class, we will compare the target class with one class and set of comparative classes. Comparison will be done for each class, that is called data discrimination. Mining frequent pattern and association rule and correlations. So for frequent patterns, we will find the frequent set of items. What are the frequent items are purchased in the market basket? And suppose I want to purchase bread, then I will purchase bread with milk. What is the frequent is done in the transaction data. Transaction data is a data set where transaction item will be there, transaction ID and item number will be there. That is example is milk and bread. Next is frequent subsequence, a pattern that customer tend to purchase product. So one pattern will be created for the customer who can purchase a product A followed by a purchase of product B. Once person will purchase first product A, then product B will be purchased. That is called frequent subsequence. Next is association rule mining. Association rule mining is also known as market basket analysis, where different types of rules will be created for the association of the product, where confidence and support will comes into the picture. So there are different types of rules. Rules will be created for finding the frequent patterns in the association rule mining. There are different types of algorithms which can be applied in association rule mining, like FP growth algorithm, A priority algorithm, which we will study in later chapters. Example, a sample analysis result and association rule. Buys X, suppose one person is buying X computer, buys X software. So support is 1% and confidence is 50%. Means if we have the three transactions for purchasing computer and software, then support is 1% and confidence is 50%. If a customer buys a computer, there is a 50% chance. So there is a 50% chance that she will buy the software. So once one customer can buy a computer, then he will purchase the software also with 1%. All transactions under analysis showed that computer and software are purchased together. That is called association rule mining. Association rules are discarded as uninteresting if they do not have satisfy both the minimum support. So it should satisfy the minimum support and threshold value and minimum confidence threshold value. So as shown in the figure, for the fruits, then so we can purchase two fruits, like we have to purchase guava and orange and or grapes with which combine into a single rule. That is called association rule mining, which is shown in the diagram. Next is correlation analysis. Correlation analysis, where correlation coefficient is applied and correlation will be done for the one data for the one form to another form of data. So correlation analysis, additional analysis to find statistical correlation. Statistical correlation will be done between the two associated pairs. That is called correlation analysis. Next data mining functionality is prediction. In prediction, we will predict the unknown value. We will predict what is the unknown value for that data. That is called prediction. Prediction is applied in the different types of applications, like in stock market prediction. Stock market prediction will be done whether stock price will go high or low. We can prediction technique is also applied in weather forecasting. So weather will be there, whether tomorrow will be raining or not. That is all which can be predicted using the prediction technique. So prediction means missing or unavailable numerical data values. So like shown in the figure of stock market prediction, that is where stock is moving for that data and we have to predict the unknown value. That is called prediction. Next data mining functionality is cluster analysis. So cluster analysis is also known as unsupervised learning technique. It is grouping of data, similar group into one data and dissimilar features in another group. That is called cluster analysis. There are different types of algorithm in cluster analysis. There are different types of algorithms in cluster analysis, like partition based algorithm, hierarchical based algorithm, density based algorithm, grid based algorithm and model based algorithm. In partition based algorithm, k-means algorithm and k-measured algorithm. So k-means algorithm is most important algorithm for the cluster analysis. Cluster analysis means class label is unknown. So here class label is unknown. We have to group the data to form the new classes. We will create the new classes in the form of groups. Example, cluster the house. We will cluster the house to find the distribution pattern. What are the distribution patterns, so that we can find easily. Clustering based on the principle maximizing the intra-class similarity. We will maximize the inter-class similarity and minimize the inter-class similarities. That is called clustering. Next is outlier analysis. Outlier analysis means outlier will be removed from that data, that is called outlier analysis. So data that do not compile with general behavior, so data which do not have general behavior or model, that is called outlier or outlier analysis. Outliers are usually discarded as noise. They are also in the form of noise or the expectations. Useful for fraud detection. So basically outlier analysis is useful in the fraud detection technique. Example, detect purchase of extremely large amount. We will detect the purchases, what are the purchases available for extremely large amount of data. So outlier analysis were shown in the figure where outlier is removed from that data. Last data mining functionality is evolution analysis. In evolution analysis, we will evaluate the data, we will analyze the data, what type of data is evaluated in the form of data analysis. Describes and models regularities. What are the model regularities are there, or different types of trend for the objects whose behavior changes over the time. So whose behavior will change over the time, that is called evolution analysis. Example, identify stock evolution. So we will identify what are the stock and evolution regularities for overall stocks and for the stocks of particular companies. What are the stocks for the particular companies and there and how we can identify different stock evolution. That is the example of evolution analysis. So this is topic about the data mining functionalities. Thank you student. Stay tuned.